Hi everyone. In part 1, we talked about how Toyota helped the JOBY's production. And in part 2, we talked about how Delta helped JOBY find the customers. If you guys missed the part 1 and part 2 of JOBY, please see my previous videos. Now JOBY has factory and customers. Only one thing is left, permission to fly. And that permission is controlled by the government. Today, the third giant is little different. It is not a company, it is actually the government. The White House included JOBY in a national air taxi test program. Dubai in the United Arab Emirates approved the world's first commercial vertiport and gave JOBY the right to run air taxi service in the city for next 6 years without another air taxi company competing with it. Why are government giving so much power and support to the air taxi company? And is this a strong government support only good news for JOBY? Today we're gonna look at what government wants from JOBY and what this support really means for JOBY. Okay then, let's get started. First, let's look at what happened in the United States. JOBY was chosen for an air taxi program led by the White House. The main point is this. Program is that JOBY may be able to start early flight in up to 11 states before receiving full type approval. Large markets such as New York, Texas, and Florida are included. In Dubai, the government approved the world's first commercial vertiport and gave JOBY the only right to run air taxi service in the city for 6 years. It is not common for the government to open the door this widely for one company. Usually, governments move slowly with new technology and create many rules first. But this time, they are helping open the way. I believe the government have a very clear reason for doing this. Let's look at what reason now. In one word, the reason is move first. The US and Dubai both want to enter this market before others, but there are different goals. Let's start with the US first. In a future industry like air taxis, the country that makes the rules first and opens the market first can lead the industry for many years. Chinese companies are also moving quickly in this field. Because China already controls much of the drone industry, the US may feel that it needs to move faster. It has a strong reason to support a leading American company and protect its place in the market. The White House is even opening the door to early flights before full type approval. This shows how important the race against the time has become. Dubai has a different goal. Dubai's image as one of the world's most advanced future cities is a major part of its brand. Becoming the first city in the world to offer commercial air taxi service could attract more tourists and more investment. That is why Dubai offered JOBY such a strong deal, including 6 years without another air taxi company competing in the city. To put it simply, the US wants to lead the industry while Dubai wants to build its city brand. Both want to move first in the air taxi market, and JOBY is now benefiting from the race. So far, government support looks like a very strong advantage for JOBY. But I think we also need to look at another side. Government support can be double-edged sword. If the government can open the door, it can also close the door. To begin commercial service in the US, JOBY still needs full type approval from aviation regulators. The company has passed 4 of the 5 steps and is now the final step. JOBY expects approval around September, but the final decision is not in JOBY's hand. It is the government's hand. The White House program for early flight could also change if government policy changes. Dubai's 6-year deal also depends on agreement with the government. In other words, the government opened the door for JOBY, but the government is still holding the handle. This is how I see the support. The US government and Dubai have helped lower JOBY's biggest barriers entering the market and dealing with the government rules. This is a major advantage that money alone cannot buy. At the same time, JOBY has tied a large part of its future to government policy and the approval schedule. If approval is delayed or policy changes, especially in the US before the midterm elections, strong government support could quickly become a major source of uncertainty. I believe that if we do not look at both sides, we only understand half of what government support means for JOBY. I also want to ask the viewers, who is watching right now, do you see government support as only good news, or do you think Joby's dependence on the government also creates a major risk? Please leave your thought on the comment. If Joby receives full-time approval around September and begins early flight through the White House program, I would see government support as much stronger positive factors. In that case, Joby's stock price could jump significantly high. On the other hand, if approval is delayed or we see signs that government policy is changing, I would become much less confident about this support. Since the government created this advantage, its value will also depend on what the government does next. The government's goal is to move first in a future industry and strengthen the city's brand. Because of this, Joby has been able to lower one of its biggest barriers entering the market. I see this is a major strength, but I also see government policy and approval as the biggest outside factors controlling Joby's future. Now, so far we met the three giants who is supporting the Joby. The first was the Toyota, who is helping the mass production, and second partner was the Delta Airline, who is bringing the potential high-end customers to the Joby Aviation. And the government helped open the door to the market. It looks like Joby's three biggest weaknesses have all been covered. So, now here is the question. Why the Joby stock price is still very low and under pressure? In the final episode, I will bring the full series together. We will look at what these three giants have added to Joby's value and what their support means for the stock price and how I personally see Joby's current value. I will stay with until the day we and you and me both reach the financial freedom. If this video was helpful, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. I'll come back with the next episode. See you in the next episode. Thank you.